Hi everyone, as you can see, I'm back in the States. I came back from Italy more than 3 weeks ago. Time is going really fast, and as you see from the title of this video, I've been sick for 3 years, so this is my 3rd year anniversary. I decided to make this video in the month of October, and when I look back, I remember that 3 years ago I was in a hospital. As some of you might know already, I was told that I had MS, and 3 days later I was hit by my first relapse. They got me to the hospital for 10 days. So it was kind of a weird situation, simply because somebody told me that I possibly had something, and very in such a short time I already knew that that was the answer. So it kind of felt like somebody was reading my future. And then suddenly I found myself sick and hit with the reality of my new life. So either way, I wanted just to simply say that when I look back, I don't focus as much on the relapses. It's almost impossible to forget the relapses and what they caused me, because again, I still don't walk 100% well. I've improved tremendously. I improved so well, I can't even explain you how happy it makes me to be able to walk the way I walk right now. In fact, I like to say that in 3 years I've come a long way, because I can walk a mile in 20 minutes. So that's something really impressive for me, because last year in October I was holding on to my husband to be able to walk, and I was limping really bad. Now I don't limp as bad, and I definitely don't have to hold on to anybody to walk, and I can say that the improvements are incredible. So I've come a long way. When I look back again, I don't focus only on the bad stuff, because I don't think I would be able to deal with MS the way I'm able to deal with it. It would be too hard. So I just decide to look back and say how lucky I was that I was able to travel, even if I was so sick. I'm glad at what I've been able to achieve. I'm glad about the people that I've been able to meet. And so I think of that, because the year is filled with so many things. It wasn't just filled with fear, with the disease itself, with pain, emotional pain, physical pain. It was filled with so many other things, and because of the way I am, I just don't look back and focus on the details. For example, I could tell you all the bad stuff I've been through. I can tell you all the details of my relapses. But I prefer to say that now I have improved so much that I can do everything that I want to do, everything that I love to do. During the relapses, I couldn't write cards and postcards, and so many of you know that I love doing that. I couldn't hold a pen. Well, guess what? I couldn't scrapbook, of course. So now I'm back at scrapbooking, and so my Italian pictures are making its way into my scrapbook. I've been able to do all the details that I used to do before. I've been able to write cards and postcards. I've been able to cook just as much as I used to do in the past. The walking has improved incredibly. So again, it's hard for me to understand and how it is, how do I explain really how these 3 years have been for me. It's such an interesting journey. It wasn't just full of fear. I would expect somebody to say this, because I didn't know if I was going to get better. And so those moments, I just refused to think that way. I refused to think that I was going to be left that way forever. I just took really a day at a time. And I can say that for the first time in 3 years, and I feel this is really special, I feel so good at saying this, I never stopped dreaming. And dreaming is so easy to do. And I would never stop doing that. But I stopped planning. I stopped thinking about the future. And while I don't do it as much, still, I have been thinking about next year, when possibly I'll be able to go back to my country and see again the people that I love so much and that I miss so much, and be able to go to different regions and see the friends that I didn't get to see this time, because I have so many, and also in other countries, and I don't know how I can get to see all of them, but either way, I have been able to do so many things, and I feel so good right now that I feel that I can plan things, while I really didn't do much of this during the past year, because these past 3 years, because I was so sick. My MS was way too active. There was so many changes. There were so many changes that were happening every day. That's when I created a video where I said that I reinvent myself every day, because every day was so different from the previous one. It was not possible to make plans, even decide to go for a walk or to go to dinner or things like that. It was just so difficult to do when I really wasn't doing it. Because in the morning I would feel good, and by the evening I would feel so sick I wasn't able to do what I was thinking of doing. So right now everything changed, and I feel that I've come a long way in only 3 years. Then if we talk about what I was able to create with Flowers for MS, then something else that started in a very, very special way, and that it just gave positivity to my experience with MS. It allowed me to have something to live for, and it's just really special that I have something like this. So I created this in 2007 in September, when I was going through the bad relapse, thanks to somebody that really believed in me, and they helped me. They put the seed in my heart and in my mind, and I took that, and sort of that gave me the hope, and it gave me the strength to go on through that bad relapse. And I said, I have to get better, because I want to do this, because I want to do that. And so I was able to do this. And then in April of 2008, I created a website, flowersforms.com, and then I started making videos last year in October, so 2008. So I've been making videos for a year now. So when I look back at the 3 years, I say to myself, they flew by. They went way too fast. But oh my goodness, so many things really happened. How can it be these ups and downs with relapses and then getting better? Some things took forever to get better, because right now, it took me a year to walk to this point. And it just, so much really happened, and I'm almost shocked about how fast though it happened. There is almost no moment when I can rest and say, just like do nothing, It just, I'm so full of ideas, I'm so full of desires of doing so many things, and I feel like I'm finally living again. So if it is thanks to Thai Sabri, if it is thanks to the cranial therapy, there is something that is helping me feel this way, feel better, and I'm finally planning again. I'm finally thinking a little bit more about the future, and that's something that I put aside for 3 years. So it's been an incredible journey, not only negative at all. I've learned so much. I've met so many wonderful people, supportive people, people that understand others, and I've had incredible experiences. So 3 years, not bad. And I hope that the next 3 years will be a little bit better, speaking about symptoms and relapses. But I wouldn't change a thing about the good stuff. So thank you so much for sharing with me this experience, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.